What's up with it, fellas? What's up with it? What's up with it? We are up in here. We are up in here. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking. Get up in here, fellas. Get up in here. You dig? The PayPal is definitely in the link section. The Rumble's in the link section just as well. Some on the it's an error in the Cash App, fellas. So I couldn't really download that link, but you see it at the bottom of the screen. Hit me on the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Dollar sign 1200 JC. You dig? Get at me in the Patreon just as well. All the tiers are open on the Patreon. Get at me on the Patreon, fellas. Let's get that cracking. All game related tiers. Every tier, $5, $10, $20 tier are open. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit me on the membership bell button, fellas. Hit the notification bell just as well. Hit that bell in the corner and say all that white bell. Hit that and hit the notification bell. Hit me on the membership button. And let's get it popping, fellas, like we do. Get at me in the Gmail, railsfargo12@gmail.com. Get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at the Real Rail FA1. And let's get that popping. Remember, fellas, the 7-day free trial, which includes the $5 and $10 tier on the Patreon, is up and going. And also the Rumble, it's popping too. Casey the Red Fell for the Bunk on Rumble. Let's get that popping. Let's talk about this real quick, fellas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be in here too long. I say I'm running late anyway, so I said let me go ahead and stop by since I'm going to the house for about an hour or so. I can stop by and give up some game, you dig? Enjoy the time y'all have or had together and keep pushing. And this can be for the ladies just as well. We can uniset this for the ladies and the men. You know what I'm saying? All game is needed, fellas. Y'all know how that go. You know what I'm saying? We don't discriminate over here. Nothing is promised, And I know guys they really go through it a lot. And I'm gonna speak to you guys real quick, and because the women are putting you guys through this shit, y'all go through it a lot when these women tell you that they want to break. You know what I'm saying? We need space. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is gonna work out. I believe we outgrown each other. I've heard a whole lot of shit, fellas. You know what I'm saying? And then they come up with their justifying reasons why, their justifiable reasons why they don't want to be around, or they letting go of the relationship, or they cutting it loose, calling quits. You know what I'm saying? But never pay attention to the reasons, fellas, because a lot of guys get caught up on the reasons why these things happening, and they'll try to convert that, or they'll try to do something with that make themselves like seem more like, that they're pushing towards the goal for her, or they're, switching up and changing themselves for her, or they're giving her what she wants because she may want it, and she may come up with certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'd had a chick, recently, jumped out of the rotation. That's all they said. I know how it go, fellas. So I'm here to speak these things. You know what I'm saying? I had one recently like back out, but it is what it is. I'd had a few back out, come back in. And and typically, fellas, what they do, especially if it depends on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Now, what type of guy you are, If you're not the type of guy that tricks, you're not the type of guy that simps, you play everything by the game book and whatnot, and you on your shit 100, you masculine, you on your shit, you who you are, right? And you never, you were who she attracted to, from the beginning. So you never waver, you never folded, you never bended, you always been you. And she's been a part of rotation for a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be, right? She's been there and she earned certain things, and she's qualified, right? And you've done little things, but you never went overboard. You never took it to you ain't done too much, and plus she done things for you just as well. So it was reciprocated, right? But then they go, well, I need a break, this is that, this and that, on the back up or whatever. I always notice, fellas, like I said, it depends on you and who you are. A lot of times, fellas, if you own your shit 100% and they back up, and don't listen to people saying, oh, they don't back up from alphas. They don't break up from alphas. This shit, a motherfucker do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Women do what they want to do. A man do what he want to do. You never know what's transpiring in their brain or what they're going through in life, who came into their life and sparked a new interest or whatever. You don't know what's going on, fellas. Just know, typically, fellas, when you that man like that, they want to back away from you and go chase a beta. You know what I'm saying? Because the beta is more safe. The beta is more guaranteed to make things right, do things for her, you know what I'm saying? take her to the next level, step it up. If she's looking for someone to pay for things, she's looking for someone to talk to, someone she can, I can't say too much manipulate and deceive or whatever, but run her bullshit on or whatever. Someone she can somewhat control the sex with, the pussy with. She knows if she slip with the player and the guy that she's been fucking with, and he's gonna automatically catch on and she's on some bullshit. And it's a chance when typically they be on bullshit and they go fuck with other guys. The player gonna automatically catch on, he gonna cut her loose. So a lot of times, fellas, they would like to feel safe in their safe haven around a sucker. And the sucker, she can play pussy games with the sucker. She can come around and fuck him, every now and then, every time she feel like it. She can tell him, no, I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with it. And sucker, damn, baby, I ain't seen you in 2 weeks. Well, my schedule's backed up. I'm busy. It's going to be another week. And she can do these things to a sucker. The player ain't with that shit. He going to cut you off. You missing the skip. You missing consistency. You're not all the way there like you used to be or whatever the case. So players going to cut her off. And a lot of times women be running from those type of guys and I need a break so they can go deal with a lane. But like I said, you got to know who you are, where you stand. Now, if you the lane, you the sucker. If you the guy that's taking care of her, you the guy that's doing things for her, you the guy that's paying bills, you the guy that's helping her out, supporting her. You could be smothering her. You could be giving her all the attention, all the affection, all the love, everything. You could be that guy. And if she want to take a break and need space, and typically, guys like that, they break up in arguments and beefs and all that type of shit and argue because she be really giving him signs that she don't want to fuck with him, but it's hard for him to catch on, so he don't really go nowhere. So typically them type of guys, that's who they are. But when they take breaks from those type of guys and they need the space from those type of guys, fellas, they're going to go and run off to a guy who's opposite of him. So if she dealing with a guy that's not like him, a guy that's not, checking her phone, smothering her, he wants to somewhat control. He wants his bitch to prove to him that he's loyal, that she's loyal and all these other, he want to check up on her. And she run to someone different than that. That's how they can go. Typically they run to someone different than that. But despite the way they go, how they leave and what they do, fellas, just enjoy the time you had. Or what you have, fellas, because everything is not promised. Like I told you, it could be your parents, it could be your children, it could be your job, it could be a chick, it could be multiple things in life, fellas. That's, when you're dealing with reality, fellas, like man-made things or people, typically, man-made things, they break down. You got to replace them, right? They upgrade, things like that. So you got to replace certain things. That's how it go. People. They're not promised. They're not guaranteed. Chicks are definitely not promised and guaranteed, fellas. So I want you guys to understand that. So you won't have this sense of connection to where it's like she owe you her time. She owe you an explanation. She owe you on why she's not fucking with you and none of these things anymore. And a lot of times, so that come from when you put a lot in them. And if you don't put a lot in, you detach yourself automatically off the back when you're coming into it, knowing that this is a phase, this is a fad right here. This shit gonna fade right over it. It's gonna come and go. And you'll be on to the next woman or whatever the case may be. And when you know these things, fellas, you won't put your all in them. And a lot of guys haven't got around to that, fellas, because a lot of guys get lazy. They don't want to get out here and holler at other women. They don't want to get to know new bitches, who want to get to know a new chick, who want to get to know new people. So they box themselves in. And when you box yourself in, you typically will box yourself in with the chicks just as well. You'll get comfortable. You'll get content with dealing with her. And when it comes time, when nature come calling, which means that when the tide comes shifting, when the cataclysm and things start breaking loose and shifting in a whole nother direction, you don't be ready. Whole nother place. You're not ready for these things. And the reason you're not ready for it is because you got so comfortable and so content with dealing with this girl. It'll hurt you. It's like you can't move on with life. You're not understanding that it's just a moment. All these things, fellas, just a moment. You know what I'm saying? Rather y'all break up with each other. She cheat on you, cheat on her. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of the bitch, you outgrow her. She get tired of you, she outgrow you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The bitch pass away, you pass away. You're going to part ways. You're going to separate someday, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So once you know these things, and you embody it, and you know that everything is not for certain, everything is not guaranteed, fellas. You won't be so hung up and caught up on a bitch leaving you. And women just as well, they can take some from this. You won't be so caught up on a man leaving you or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You won't be so caught up on people leaving you. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us is guaranteed. Something I had to learn, bro. None of us on earth is guaranteed, fellas, to be around each other. None of us on earth is guaranteed to like a person, like that person, for a long run. Love that person, put up with that person, support that person, care for that person, And, we're all exempt, we're all exempt, you know what I'm saying, to things happening, separations, breakups, and all these things, fellas. So I don't want you guys to get so tied up and so caught up on, women making their decision to want to leave, or, women just, if a woman want to make her decision, if a man want to make his decision to leave, it can go both ways, right? You don't want to be so caught up on it and tied up on it. You can enjoy the evolution of life and know that life's going to keep going. And, sometimes you may get curveballs thrown in your direction to where they become obstacles and knock you down. And you may get so comfortable and so cool with a situation, you look up, the situation is falling and fading and crumbling on you, fellas. But as long as you still breathing God's precious air, as long as you still going along in life, fellas, you'll be cool. Ain't nothing going to be, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Things will be good. You know what I'm saying? You'll just know that, hey, this is something I had to overcome. Shit, she want to go. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though it might touch you a little bit. I'm not going to say it ain't going to touch you. I'm not going to say you ain't going to feel some kind of way. Hell yeah, I know you will. Because these are things that happen. So I know you're going to be, feeling a certain way. You're going to be, you know what I'm saying, hurt, or, you're going to be kind of distraught behind these things, fellas, and wondering, damn, what I do? How can I make this right? Where did this come from? How did this shit hit out the blue? Fellas, I'd have had it all. Now I'd have got text messages, hey, look, check this out. I don't think this is going to work again. What? I don't think this is going to work, I need a man to pay attention to me and cater to me a lot. We only talk twice a week, if that. We only see each other once a week, if that, and all this shit. I told you I want to be the type of woman that, I'm a hoe, bitch. What? Fuck out of here, man. I don't trip. I don't get mad, but hey, look. I support you and your endeavors, your decisions, or whatever the case may be. But the things that you say you want from a man, I told you off the back, I ain't that kind of guy. But you perceive, like a lot of times, fellas, these women be perceiving, they be perceiving to pursue guys that's not really, that romantic, or a guy that's not gonna go head over the heels for him and all that. And they still fuck with the guy. Maybe if I put this pussy on him, I could change his mind. Or maybe if I come into his life, I don't know if he had a bitch like me or bad. Like, shit don't mean nothing, until they see what it is and they go run back to that sucker. You know what I'm saying? That person who's going, and a lot, they run back to an ex. They run back to somebody who they know they can run in and out of his life. He accept the shit, because he's not fully over. He still love her and care. And he'll take care of you, support her, you know what I'm saying? He'll do more than what you done, and they're probably more extra. Who knows, right? And that's why I say just enjoy the time, fellas. You know what I'm saying? The sex, the communication, y'all chilling, y'all vibing, y'all probably went out to eat a couple times, went to a few movies. It was cool. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's wrong with it, man, Especially if you're the man that know how to play your position to where your boundaries. You won't overstep the boundary. You won't put too much on it. You know what I'm saying? And you won't, oh, I did this. turned her on to this. I opened her up to this. I invited her to this. I influenced her this way. I impacted her this way. So, bitch, how can you do me like? And yeah, at times, you want to feel like that. You like, damn, this is fucked up. But as a man, fellas, that's our job. It's to be influential, to be impactful, to be leaders and guiders and people that, we actually teach. We're instructors and facilitators or whatever the case may be, right? And that's our job as men. And we may go in different relationships, fucking with different chicks, schooling them, gaming them, showing them love and things like that, to where they open them up to whole world of all type of shit that they never had a clue to exist, and different knowledge on certain things, fellas. And they may still break away from you, still don't want to fuck with you and keep moving on. Hey, that's okay. You did your work. You did what you're supposed to do. You can't, not one person supposed to hold in so much information. You got to relieve it, fellas. And that's what humanity is for. And you do that, and maybe she can go and teach another person or school somebody else. And I know God, she wants to go school another guy. She going to, so fucking what? You know what I'm saying? You got niggas out there that's less than, unfortunately, with the brain more so than you. And you good, you educated. You each one teach one, so it takes a lot to raise a nation, right? That's how it is. So whether we go through the bitch, whether we go through a child, we go through our fellow partner or brother, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't you don't get mad at that. You just keep going with life and enjoying what it is. And a lot of times, fellas, they come right back. They don't be going no fucking where. They don't be out of because they go out there, man, and then they may get with the sucker who's going to do all these things, fellas, but they get tired of that shit. They get tired of it. They get tired of the pampering. They get tired of this motherfucker smothering, because if he's some guys, when they invest so much in this, they want you around them every day. They want to talk to you all the time. They want to text, and they want to do these things because they'd pay the car note, or they'd helped you with a bill or whatever. Yeah, this shit happens, fellas. So these bitches be like, oh my God, damn, I left this nigga here. He was good. He didn't ever hunt me, stalk me. He wasn't on my ass. He was I've seen a nigga once a week or whatever, and I'm good. They'll jump out of that. I'm good with this shit. And you look up, hey, they hitting you back. But hey means what? You got to pay to come back this way. That's how the game is, fellas. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to be. And that's how they do it, fella. And then it's like table tennis. These bitches back and forth with it. Ping pong or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is, fella. But just always enjoy the time y'all had or have together. You have the time with the chick, enjoy it. Know that it's a chance it's going to be over. More than likely it is. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy it. And look at it like, you know what I'm saying, in that fashion. So you won't get too attached. You won't get hurt when it do come, or if it do fall into that, you know what I'm saying, that situation. And you'll be good, man. But I came in here, I said I want to drop a few gems. I'm going to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying, fellas? I'm going to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all those who ever came by, who didn't come by. It is what it is, right? The PayPal, the Cash App is down now, but the link is down there. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom of the screen, the PayPal, the Rumble, Patreon, the membership. Show me love, man. Holler at me on all sites, fellas, and get at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's make that happen. Don't get so angry. Don't get so mad. Don't feel some kind of way because this shit is over with, fellas. Look, it's more women to come. And if you possess the energy of the guy that knows that this shit's temporarily, it is what it is, as your ball keep moving, so many women, fellas, are going, countless, I'm telling you. But in order to get to that point, fellas, you must do one thing. Learn how to let go. You dig? I'm about this motherfucker. Holla.